And welcome everyone to this week's What If. And this week's What If, I was debating which one I was going to do. However, Vegeta Sama, the prince, the Saiyan prince, not the Prince of Saiyans, but the Saiyan prince, actually asked if I would do one of theirs. And they'd given me several suggestions. But you know what? The kicker, you know what drew me to accepting that request? They said please. And you know, when you say please politely, it's like, could you do one of mine, please? You know what? That's good manners. I appreciate that. So, because of that, I'm doing one of the ones that Vegeta Sama, the prince of the Saiyan prince, I got that right? Yeah, the Saiyan prince, suggested. And one of the ones they suggested, and I've had one or two requests by them, or two or three, something like that, is what if Chiaotzu actually succeeded in killing Nappa during the Saiyan arc? Now, for those of you who don't remember, real briefly, though if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, I'm sure you do remember, and the initial attack of Nappa and Vegeta when the Z Fighters went to fight them, it was a massacre, pretty much. It was a slaughter. And they pretty much everyone minus Krillin and Gohan died. Chiaotzu died not because he was killed, but because he kamikazed himself trying to kill Nappa, and it didn't work. He wasn't strong enough to have a high enough power level to, like, if you're around, say, Tien's power level and you tried that might have worked out, but because Nappa's base power was around, suppressed power was around 4,000. His full power is like 7,500. Chiaotzu is like 624. So, yeah, there's a reason it didn't work. But let's hypothetically say that it did work. He did succeed in killing Nappa. Well, what would happen? Well, right off the bat, we got to first establish that Yamcha is still dead. Yamcha was the first to die with the Cybermen, in the fight that went on with them. This is before Nappa actually. I'm seeing Nappa and Nappa, so I might go back and forth. This is before Nappa actually got into the actual fight. Tien also would be, suffering from blood loss due to the fact that Nappa also took off his arm, but he'd still be alive. So, Chiaotzu, he self-destructed Vegeta. I hate it when they do that. But let's say he actually ends up dead, and Vegeta is surprised that that attack actually managed to come from such a weak individual with low power, and that he was actually able to kill Nappa, albeit suppressed. So Vegeta's now, looking at him, it's like, well, I must say that was quite impressive. I didn't think any of you can muster such strength. But unless you all plan to grab me at once and blow yourselves up, you're not going to have the same luck with me. And here's where a real big kicker is going to come into play. One of the big reasons that they were able to stall for time for Goku was the fact that Nappa wanted to fight. They spoke so highly of Goku that he's like, you're not going to be able to defeat Goku and whatnot. And they were interested in that. So they gave them about an hour. I think it was like an hour, 3 hours, something like that. They gave them a little time. And this is shortly after Tien is dead, Yamcha's dead, and Chiaotzu's dead. Only ones left were Piccolo, Krillin, and Gohan. But a lot of that had to do with Nappa. Nappa and Vegeta combined made the decision. I don't think Vegeta would, after seeing Nappa get killed, would be so willing to accept that. Now, it might still wait for Goku, but just to beat him up, knowing that he's coming, kill him, and all that, and prove a point. However, he's not going to let them wait as well. So now it's injured Tien, Piccolo, Krillin, and Gohan versus Vegeta. And let's be clear, the strongest among them at this point was Piccolo at 3,500. And he's, for some reason, was still badly losing. He could do a couple, he could get him to a half Nelson and stuff like that and hold him there for a little bit. But he for some reason, with only a 500 power difference, really couldn't do anything. Because once you get into the higher power levels, the smaller disparities mean a closer match. Whereas if you're looking at someone who's got a power level 100 versus 200, proportion-wise, you see the difference there. That one person's 50% stronger than the other guy. But if you're looking at someone with 900 versus 1,000, they're only 10%. You see the difference there. Yeah, Nappa was an eighth stronger than Piccolo. He was not that much stronger. So, at least, again, in base. If you power it up fully, then I could completely understand him dominating Piccolo. So, why he dominated him that much, I don't know. The point being, it's going to be, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Tien's gonna stay back, recover, but he's gonna be charging probably that blast he fired at Nappa to at Tien, and it's gonna pretty much be the same as it was when Nappa, Krillin, and Piccolo were fighting Nappa. Is that Vegeta's just dodging. So now he's dodging Gohan's and he's blocking, boom, and he just boom blasts him away with energy. Right at that moment, he sees Tien firing that kamikaze blast, and let's be clear, that didn't even kill Nappa. It hurt. It definitely kind of singed Nappa a bit, but did not kill Nappa at all. It really didn't even hurt him. But he was singed, like his armor was damaged, all that. But Tien had like a power level, I believe, like 1,830 versus a 4,000 power level, and Nappa survived that without much difficulty. A little bit of difficulty, but without much. Vegeta's base power level is 16,000. So that's bump. It's like, yeah, nice try, bald man. And then it's like, sorry, Chiaotzu. Boom, right behind you, Chiaotzu. Boom. So, and then he's just like, okay, that's enough of that. Piccolo dies. Now, because he's gonna know Piccolo's the strongest one. He's either gonna take him out first, maybe just smack him to the ground. But here's the real thing: if Goku does make it, and I think he just barely makes it in time, I think everyone pretty much dies, with the exception of Gohan. I think Gohan lives simply for the basis that he's aware that something's gonna happen where he's aware that Gohan's Goku's son, and he wants to maybe just torture him in front of Goku or something, like prove a point. So when Goku finally gets there, it's like, no! It's like, he's beyond pissed at this point. It's like Goku's just powers up full 8,000. No, we're not getting Super Saiyan Goku, because unless it's during the Saiyan arc, unless it's during the Namekian arc, I don't see Goku. We're not using any scenario that's not requested where Goku goes Super Saiyan. Besides that, I've already done a what if Goku went Super Saiyan against Nappa and Vegeta. You can check that in the what if playlist. So, Goku just immediately powers up and immediately does a double Kaioken and just boom smashes right into Vegeta and just boom. So he's not giving this guy any freaking quarter at this point. Goku is not having any of that crap. It's like he may want to fight, he might want a strong opponent, but these guys are all dead. He is rip shit right now. Vegeta again tries to. Oh, 1 second. Can you go back outside? You need to go back outside, make pee pee poopy. Go make pee pee poopy outside. So Goku's immediately goes Kaioken times 3, regardless of the risk, and yeah, his body takes him as well as it did last time. And Vegeta's now, but he's also, and Vegeta's, on the back end, on the back burner, getting his ass kicked. He's also, though, I think in worse shape than he is in the actual manga, in the actual canon, because Goku's livid. Goku is like, he's seen Piccolo die, so he knows the Dragon Balls can't be used now. He has seen, he now knows that Tien, Chiaotzu, and Yamcha, and his best friend is dead again. If he were capable of going Super Saiyan, which I don't think he's actually capable. Again, take the actual what ifs out of the equation, where we speculate what happens if they did do this. I think you need to reach a certain power threshold to reach Super Saiyan. That's how I see it. Point being, though, he is livid with rage. So Vegeta is probably far more messed up at this point than he is in the normal timeline. Maybe even has a broken limb going on or something like that, or like a broken hand or something. So maybe he throws a punch, and Goku grabs it, just breaks it, and then just boom, like cracks his jaw. Jaw's nearly broken. It's like, so that fight's going. It's like, God, and he's Vegeta, so he's working through the pain. But Goku just fires the Kamehameha times the Kaioken times for it. There we go. Finally got that little fucker. Sorry. Dog got a tick on her. I got it, baby. Don't worry. I got it. No tick on you now. She's also a bit of a biter when you're trying to get a tick off her, because it hurts. But I got it. Yes, I did. And now I'm going to just take care of that. And, I think oh, God, I squished it. Oh, God. Oh, God. I didn't expect that. Anyway, yep. And Domino's now. Hey, look. Hey, Domino. Silly puppy. Stop trying to smell and lick the tick in my finger. Anyway, I can't put it down because it might squirm away, even though I think I did squish it. Pretty much squished it. Yeah, I did. Anywho. Back on track, the Kaioken ties for Kamehameha versus Gatling gun struggle goes about as well as it did in the again the canon, but when more in Goku's favor because again broken wrist and he's working through the pain. I don't think that Gatling gun's as powerful as it was in the canon. So I don't. Maybe Goku doesn't even need to go Kaioken times 3, but if he does, or Kaioken times 4, but let's say he's it attacks barely. Let's say here's Goku, here's Vegeta, and they're like, let's say this is the even way mark. Let's say Goku's pushing him back. He's like there at the moment. He just says, "Screw it," in times 4, and then just boom, and then Vegeta just gets knocked the hell. Now he's got a broken hand, probably maybe even a broken arm at this point. Cracked jaws, and now he's beat the crap. He knows even if he were to go Great Ape, he'd still have these broken limbs. So he realizes he's got to get out of here. And Goku's at this point just, he's reeling from the Kaioken times 4. So Vegeta realizes I got to get out of here. Gets in his pod and he's like, Kakarot, you'll pay for this. You'll pay for this, Kakarot. Yes, you wait. He's like, you come back. And he struggles, and Vegeta gets away. So now we have to cut to Namek arc, which is severely different. Now would Goku get a Zenkai boost? I think he probably would. I mean, he had to push himself to his limits, physically speaking. I think there's like a mind, like from 8,000 to 9,000, like again, like a basic one. I still think that Zenkai happens. The question is, does Bulma? I mean, they have a ship. It's now. Will it be Gohan and Goku that go to Namek? Well, with Bulma, that's a tough one to call because would Chi-Chi allow it? I mean, she allows him to go with Krillin and Bulma, so I wouldn't be surprised if she allowed Goku and Gohan to go. So honestly, yes, I'm gonna say that Gohan does go still, along with he's still got all his homework and stuff like that. And Goku will probably actually train Gohan a little bit. They'll probably train a little bit. So let's just put him at even 10,000 for Goku. And Gohan was about 1,500 when it was all said and done. However, that's because he had like 2 Zenkai boosts. One from after getting a Senzu Bean from Goku when he showed up, and then another one from another Zenkai boost from after he turned Great Ape and then got his ass kicked again. So Gohan actually probably be only about 1,200 at this point. So Goku, let's just say that Goku's able to get Gohan to 2,000, and Goku's at 10,000 when they show up. Now they're going, and it's going to play out very much how it played out in the actual series, but instead of Krillin and Gohan, it is Goku and Gohan. Goku's trying to keep his son there, but again, Gohan goes, saves the kid, saves Dende pretty much, and quack, or say clack. But Goku also knows the Solar Flare, so Dodora's coming after it, and Goku knows that if he goes Kaioken, he's probably still can only handle maybe about a 4, but he could probably handle it better than he did because he's stronger at this point. Still knows that he could beat this guy, but he also senses how strong the other guy is, so maybe just Solar Flare and gets out of the way, very much like Krillin did. He knows that now is not the time to fight, even though he wants to, and then Vegeta gets in the way, all that stuff. Also, Vegeta, by the way, it should be noted that Vegeta's Zenkai would probably be equal, but Vegeta still has his tail. That's a big thing in this. Vegeta still has his tail. But his Zenkai would probably be right about the same, so he'd still probably be about 24,000. But Goku would still be able to beat him, so that's not a big worry. Dende then talks about that, tells them to go and get the Dragon Ball, and I think actually Gohan is going to be the one who initiates that first. What Goku say is would Goku want to go and Goku would go get the Dragon Ball first. I would imagine. Well, no, see that's different. Well, do you think Goku would go basically be the Krillin in this scenario and get the Dragon Ball like Krillin did and get his inner potential unlock first, or do you think it'd be Gohan that does it? But if I'm gonna just for the sake of storytelling purposes to make it more interesting when the reveal happens, I'm gonna say it is Gohan who goes and gets it first. Now, for any of you who know what my general stance on Gohan's overall development is, we know that he overall got a multiplier of 133 to his base power of roughly 1,500. do the math on that again real quick, because his power level ended up being around 200,000 by the time the whole Frieza thing was going on. So, I mean, you do the math on that, and it'd be somewhere in the neighborhood of about 266,000. But well, for even numbers or easier numbers, we'll say 2,270. Now, Goku. So he goes, takes. He's like, Dad's like, "Whoa, Gohan, you're so much. You're even stronger than I am." Oh, but you can do the Kaioken's like, "Yeah, but you're still stronger." It's like, yeah. It's like, Dad, this old guy touched me in weird ways, and he brought out something I never thought inside me. Gohan, do you need an adult? But you are an adult, Dad. It's like, all right, then I'm gonna go to yeah. We're gonna need all the help we can get. So Dende takes him there. Or actually, no, Dende's not there at the moment, but he goes, flies there, and he's getting his inner potential unlocked, and then Vegeta sees Gohan there waiting for his dad. It's like, give me the Dragon Balls. No, not Dragon Ball. I'm not crazy. You're crazy, Nappa. Shut up, Nappa. So, and then and Gohan can still tell he's not strong enough to take on Vegeta. He's just not. But the minute he senses Goku's energy spike, which again 10,000 times 8, 80,000, he realizes like, oh crap baskets. He immediately realizes like, I can't take this guy on now, not even close. And this is after he's had the whole Zarbon fight, so he's around 30,000. Then they sense the Ginyu Force. However, now it's Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan versus the Ginyu Force, with Vegeta being able to go Great Ape if he has to, still, which would put him around 300,000. So he would still be able to match Goku easily. In fact, he could still beat Goku. But at this point, Goku feels like now he's, with his potential like, he can probably handle higher Kaiokens. I don't know if he'd go a full 10, but he definitely would go 5, maybe like 6 or 7. We don't know. I wouldn't say he feels comfortable with 10 at this point yet, though it's not far off from his actual power. So let's just assume he can do 10. Let's assume he's willing to try 10 and wouldn't kill him. Basically, though, Goku's suppressing his power at this point because he knows how to. And, Goldo and Gohan fight it out, and Gohan pretty much beats him up, but, psychic abilities, and Vegeta comes in. It's like, Vegeta, that was Gohan's fight. Gohan's a little stronger, probably 18,000 by the end of the fight, because progression in battle. And by the way, talking about hidden potential right now, or hidden potential, I've often said that Goku's probably, granted, we know he has more potential actually than Gohan in the long term thanks to Super, but in terms of Z, he technically has more potential at this point, but Gohan has more potential overall because of Super Saiyan 2 and all that, and how much easier it is for him to do that. So I'm going to say I always speculate Goku's potential somewhere around the 75 times multiplier in the long term, which will eventually put him around 750, assuming we don't get him in the back to tank basically in this. I'm going to clap this video off at around 25 minutes. We're probably going to end at the Vegeta saga, or the Frieza arc basically. We're going to end there. So, anyway, so now it's Raccoon. It's like, Raccoon, and it rhymes with Doom, and you're gonna be hurting, brother. It's like, do I get this guy, Vegeta, or do you, shut it, Kakarot? And then he fights Raccoon, and that goes about the same. Then Goku decides to step in and just go, boom, and just, what was that, brother? That was fast. But it's not as fast as me, the fastest guy in the universe. Yeah, we get it, mate. And, he does pretty much the exact same thing he did to Roberta and Jace in that in the actual series. But he still has Senzu beans on him, so he gives one to Gohan, and gives one to Vegeta. Actually, Gohan probably doesn't even need one because Gohan didn't fight Raccoon. So now cut to Ginyu coming back. Goku's probably now around the power level 90,000 he was at the in the actual canon. That Ginyu fight in him goes about the same. Well, actually, no. They probably would just honestly just go to Frieza's ship at that point. Jace is on the run, so they'll follow because that's where the Dragon Balls are to begin with. So, so in that case, they'll go, and then it's just Ginyu versus Vegeta versus Goku versus Gohan. And between the three of them, they're on the Ginyu and Jace are on the losing side. However, Ginyu does end up switching with Goku. Unfortunately, he can't use the power correctly, and then he tries switching with Vegeta, and that goes about the same as it did last time. So we get Ginyu Frog. Goku's out of commission for a little bit, and it's just Vegeta and Gohan. And yeah, now how does that work exactly? Basically, then I think Vegeta still takes that nap. Gohan, I think would just be a bit more decisive with the wishing than anything else. So just because it's just one person chatting between Dende without arguing, so they wish Piccolo back, probably wish him to Namek, and then because he can only bring back one person at a time. I don't know how they'd wish, who else they'd wish for precisely, but let's just assume he can't get to that last wish because Guru dies. And then Vegeta comes like, you brat, how could you do this? And then Piccolo is on his way. Frieza shows up. So now it's Gohan, Frieza, and Vegeta. Gohan at this point, let's just put him at the 2070 mark. 270,000 mark, sorry. And Vegeta is roughly around 500,000. Goku is currently recovering. Now, that being said, if we are to combine, when Goku does wake up, if we are to combine his Zenkai with a hidden potential boost, oh man, that is a tough multiplier to do because he gained about a 30% increase from that. But he's also looking at about at least a 75 times multiplier. If we were to say his hidden potential kick, the Zenkai boost pretty much healed him once he had his full hidden potential unlocked at that point. So about 7,500 or 750,000. See, the problem is I can't give him the full 30 times because his power is drastically greater than when it was then. And once you get into these really high levels, the Zenkai boost level that to a standard like 25% or something like that. But that being said, I think I will go beyond that. It's probably still a multiplier of like a couple digits. I'll go with solid. He has to be stronger than his cannon form at this point. I'm gonna go with solid 5. 5 million is what he'll be at when he wakes up. So now it's Goku. Now it's Vegeta. Go on fighting base forms Frieza, and they're handling their own pretty well. Then he turns into freaking second form Frieza. Fortunately, Piccolo's on his way at this point. I mean, he's already fused with Nail. He's still on his way. He senses Gohan. Gohan gets stabbed. And basically, it's the same thing that happens to Krillix, but he gets impaled. And then he starts beating the hell out of Vegeta. But luckily, Dende heals Gohan, which gives him a nice little power boost. Nothing like, say, 10 times or anything like that. But I would be willing to say at least a 3 times boost. Because of where we are. Because power levels get weird at this level for Saiyans. So that would put him at around, doing the math, 810,000. So, and Vegeta senses it's like, oh, I see. And then Piccolo shows up, and Piccolo and Gohan just double team him, and Gohan, and actually Piccolo takes him on, and Vegeta holds Gohan back for a second and says, "I got a plan." And basically they do the same thing. Gohan says like, "I know a lot has happened. I know he's killing, but it's the only way we can beat this guy. Heal him. Just do it." And he reluctantly agrees. Meanwhile, Frieza goes in the third form. Gohan joins the fight, and they're doing their best to help him out, but it's just not enough. Frieza's too much of them at this point. Vegeta comes in finally. He's like, now his power's probably equal to, if not maybe a little greater than, third form Frieza. And then he's able to push him back, but then he goes full final form and spanks Vegeta's butt. Meanwhile, Gohan does get a Zenkai, probably gets one more Piccolo probably gets Piccolo and Gohan probably get one more boost. I think Gohan would probably be, let's just put Gohan at 1 million at this point. Piccolo, I have no idea. I mean, I have an idea because I got the power level video stats on call, but to be fair, I can't say for certain. Anyway, Vegeta still dies. They're all about that. Dende still dies, unfortunately. Goku shows up, power level 5 million. He's already stronger than base form suppressed Frieza. So Frieza's greatly surprised by this, and he's being pushed back. This guy is pushing him. This guy's beating him up. He's like, "You filthy monkey!" It's like, "I'll show you what happens when you face a tyrant." 50% of my power. That's all it needs. And then 50%. But Goku using Kaioken times 10 is 50 million. So 50 million to 60 million, which is 50% of Frieza's power. Still a relatively even match. Frieza's still the stronger fighter, no doubt. But Goku's putting up a pretty good fight, and then just he sees Vegeta there, he sees Piccolo there, and they just he gives that final no, Frieza, act now, because Kaioken times 20, and then Kamehameha, and then full on Kaioken times 20, which Frieza at half power, he can't really power himself up that much because remember how much he had to focus doing that. But then he first realizes, senses the power, and just he's probably missing his face, probably missing arm, probably just Frieza's now bleeding out, brains, everything. You 50, and granted, he survived a lot, but he still had his brain intact and all that. In this case, no, I mean, it could be technically or theoretically cauterized and things along those lines, but still, it's just I see. I don't know if there's any senzu beans left at this point. So, yeah, actually, would there have been senzu beans? Would the tank even have been needed? Maybe I should rethink this a little bit. But, oh well, we're going with the scenario I got right now. Granted, Goku's just exhausted at this point. He still could probably put up somewhat of a fight if he had to. And Frieza's now just, you filthy monkey. Goku just flies up real quick and then just uses every last bit of his strength one last time. Can't do a Kaioken times 10 at this point, or 20 at this point. Probably not even 10. But a Kaioken times 5, I think he might be able to muster up for one last energy blast. And Frieza might be at 50%, but his 50% probably got cut by a third, if you know what I mean. And he's just not in the way. And just one final blast of Kaioken times 5. And I think Frieza, pretty much his entire upper body's gone at this point because his power's just gone. Frieza dead. Frieza's just dead. And Goku's just, and then he just falls through and nearly passes out. Hi, son. So we're leaving the Namek arc off with basically everyone gets resurrected appropriately as they should. Namek lives and the Namekians get revived. Everything more or less works out in favor of them. But wait until the next arc of Dragon Ball Z What If Chiaotzu Killed Nappa. To think, all of this intensity came from Chiaotzu actually succeeding in killing Nappa. I didn't even think about that really till the end of this video. This really got intense. And all came from this little doll guy killing this bald dude. But hey, let me know if you think the scenario is different. If you got ideas for other what ifs, who wins that I do, Star Wars Superhero Magic What If, movie reviews, anything you want me to talk about, put it in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to it at some point. I'll have this uploaded today, which will be Thursday as of the upload. So right now it's Wednesday, pre-recording. As well as another who would win. I'm not going to do a magic video this week. I already did a top 10 last week. Not many people are watching that one right now, so whatever. Most people don't really watch the top 10s, but they're easy magic videos for me to do. But I don't have to do one all the time if I don't want to. And Suburbicon tonight. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and who wins throughout the week, obviously. So thanks for watching. See you.